Alright, before today's haul video, which oddly includes a couple PS2 games that I'm probably going to get rid of right away because they were purchased before I made this decision. But anyway, I was going to say that I did something recently that makes me feel a little bit better about my collection, and that is I purged about 3/4 of my PlayStation 2 collection. And I know a lot of you guys who've been with the station a long time know at one time I wasn't going to collect for PS2, and that is because not because I don't think the PS2 is a great system. I think it's a great system. Heck, I've still got 3 PlayStation 2s laying around here, and I still have a pretty decent collection of games. But a lot of the games on the PS2 were also echoed on the Xbox, and they were echoed on the PC. So I had all these games sitting up on my shelves that I was probably never going to play because I had other versions of those games. Basically what happened was I decided just kind of suddenly, like a few days ago, that I'm gonna take most of the stuff off there except the stuff that I think I'm really gonna use and get rid of it. Just put it up on let go, and I let it go. And I'm gonna tell you, I think everybody should do that. You know, take the games that you're not playing, that you're not using,
and send them to Retro Rob.
Clean it up so you got room for new stuff, and it makes the place look a little bit better. And also it makes you feel a little bit better because somebody who's actually gonna play those games has them now. But anyway, I'm gonna zoom in for a second on my collection, show you what I've got left, and I think it's pretty good. Alright, so here's my collection as it stands now. I've got Ace Combat in there, which I like. This Chikoto Fishing Master, which I always thought was such a weird game. Next we got Crazy Taxi in here. I'm not gonna go through everything, but you got Destroy All Humans, which is great. Dynasty Warriors, which was pretty, it wasn't exclusive to the platform, but it was the first platform I played the games on. A really neat game. 18-wheeler, I do have that on the Dreamcast, but I do like this version of it as well. Flat Out 2, one of the best racing games ever made in my opinion. You got Gun, which I really liked on this platform as well. You got some God of War games, which of course are classics for that system. Jak and Daxter, some classics as well. The Katamari games, which I really love. Killzone, really good. Max Payne, which was one of the first games to feature bullet time, was really great. Ratchet and Clank, which are just classic too. Red Faction, which I absolutely loved. I think it's among the first multiplayer shoot-em-ups that I got into. That was on the PC though, of course, not on this. Rez, fabulous game. Silpede, which is a remake of a classic from the 80s. You got Smuggler's Run, which of course was a classic for that system. Kind of sold me on it back when it first came out. State of Emergency, which was just a great game. Of course, the Twisted Metal games are great, and Onimusha, which is a all-time classic. So there we go. I've cut back, but I think the games that I kept are stuff that I'm really going to enjoy. Has anybody else done this? Have you cut back on your collecting and just decided to get the stuff that really kind of makes you happy? Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'm just nuts. That's pretty likely too. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey Rob here, it's time for another haul video. Yeah, it's the second haul video in like 3 videos, right? So 2 out of the last 3 were haul videos. That's some math right there. I can do the maths. Anyway, I've got not a huge amount of stuff, but I got some interesting stuff I wanted to show you and get them filed away. So I'm gonna start with some PlayStation. Yeah, regular PlayStation. Very seldom do I run into these at thrift stores anymore. These were $1 a piece. Got Ridge Racer, which I absolutely love. Have not played this in a really long time, so I'm really excited to get going on this game again. Awesome. Just nice, clean condition. Has all the inserts, and I didn't even have to replace the case for it. Rare event. Next thing I got was Tomb Raider 2. Not as thrilled with this. I used to play Tomb Raider a lot with my neighbor back when the PlayStation was still a big thing, but it's not my favorite series, to be honest with you. It's not bad or anything. It's just not super good, in my opinion. I know other people have other opinions. They're good games, don't get me wrong. Next, I got Super Smash Bros. Wii. The Wii games are so cheap now. It is just crazy how cheap games for this are. I don't think I paid more than 10 bucks for this. Just crazy cheap deals on the Wii U. So really happy to have got that. Super Smash Brothers for the Wii. Say it twice like I'm selling it. I almost forgot to mention that I picked up this pair of Logitech wireless headphones for 12 bucks. And I picked up this pair of Corsairs for 8 bucks. They both work great. Yay! Okay, next is another thing for my PS2 collection, which, as I told you in the beginning of the video, I have been shrinking, but I did get Bard's Tale, and I really do enjoy this game, so I'm glad to have picked it up. I think I have it on the hard drive on my Xbox, but I don't think I have a legit copy for it, so I'm very happy to have a legitimate copy of it. It does have its manual. Everything appears to be there, so that's gonna be great, and I'll actually play that. The case is a little bit messed up down in the corner here, so I'll be replacing the case with one of the many that I'm discarding, or have been discarding. The next one is Jumper, Griffin's Story, which I'm probably not gonna keep. To be honest, I bought it, and now it's probably gonna go with one of my spare PS2s. I didn't decide until just recently to slough off a bunch of my PS2 stuff because I just kind of felt like it was just sitting on the shelves doing nothing. So it's probably gonna go. This, however, won't. I played this quite a bit on my Xbox, and I don't have a copy of it on my Xbox right now. So Star Wars Force Unleashed, I loved the first game. I didn't like the second game so much, but I thought the first was great. I did finish it, I think twice. So I'm gonna go back to it, and I think I'm gonna finish it one more time. I liked it. I know, not a perfect Star Wars story, but better than what we've been getting lately. I liked Solo though, not real hard on that. Another pickup for the Wii, I got Ghost Recon for it. I do have one of those Pro controllers for the Wii, so this might play okay. I don't see a lot of games other than kids games for the Wii out at the thrift shop, so whenever I see one of these, I pick it up. I actually like Ghost Recon games quite a bit. I finished a couple of them with my kid back in the day, so maybe I can get him to play if this has split screen. If it doesn't, well, I guess I'm playing alone. Or maybe I'll never play it. Maybe the Wii collection is going to be the next one to get weeded out, but I don't have so much stuff I don't like on that. Next, this is... I didn't show you guys this, huh? King's Quest for the PC. I am sorry if I already showed you this. I don't think I did though. I think it was around and I didn't show it. I love the old King's Quest games. This goes back. I think this one's a remake of it. Yeah, it is. It's been touched up, but believe it or not, the first time I played this was on a PC Junior. If you've never used a PC Junior, look these things up. The PC Junior was just a failed machine. The Commodore 64 kicked its butt out of the market. I saw a video by, who was it? Oh, Top Hat Gamer, where he talked about how the European market didn't have as much of a collapse because of the Commodore 64. He kind of undercut how big the Commodore 64 was here. It was a huge machine. It sold very well. Yes, it sold very well. It ran in and stole things. No, it sold very well in the US market, and it was probably my primary game machine from, I don't know, 1984 to maybe even 1990. I mean, I had some other game machines, but I'd always be going back to that one. Eventually I got the Amiga and I did that. But most of my friends had those too. Next thing I got is kind of a thing I've been looking for. This is Star Trek Legacy for the PC. Now, I used to play this with my kid on the Xbox 360. That game is really difficult to find. This one's not real easy either, and I saw some really high prices. It was $1. I found it for $1. So I am pretty thrilled. Came with the manual. It's not the greatest game in history. If you like the Starfleet Command series and are looking for something a little bit lighter, this is probably a good choice for you, but otherwise you might want to stay away from it. It's not the greatest thing. I just think it's really interesting, and I do enjoy playing it, so it's not bad. Okay, next, this is a nice rare pickup. This is Dig Dug for the Famicom disk system. Of course, Dig Dug did not come out in the US market, so we do not have a copy of Dig Dug that us Americans can play. I don't know, did the Europeans, did you guys out in Europe get a copy of Dig Dug for the NES? But anyway, the North American market didn't get one. So now I have it. This is the official video of post editing, because I've also got this PC Arcade Pro. I picked it up for like $2 at a Goodwill. That's just crazy. This is a product of the mid 90s, works with Windows 95, uses the old game port connector that the PCs used to have. Really happy to have this. This is very unusual. It's something you don't see real often. It has auto fire on it, all sorts of features. I'm definitely going to be doing a separate video on this guy, so you will see more of this in the future. Back to the video. Next thing I got was Gun-Knack. This is not the NES version, this is the Famicom version. So this is not the original case. The original case looks like, it looks like other Famicom cases. Do I have any Famicom cases? I'm looking. I don't have any box Famicom stuff? Huh. Gonna have to fix that. Anyway, this is not the original box. I've been holding that up for an hour. Sorry about that. Great shooter. This is a great shooter. Really fun, and I just discovered it lately. By discovered meaning I first played it recently. All right, next. Let's do this. We're gonna do an unboxing on this really soon. This is a Geek Box. It's a Nintendo Geek Box. It was sold by GameStop during the Christmas season. It was originally $35. I picked it up for $10 on clearance. I think it's gonna be worth $10. I think this is gonna get a thumbs up for $10. I don't think it would have for 40 though. Ridiculously overpriced. It was ridiculously overpriced when it was released. 34 is way too much for it. We've definitely seen better boxes for less, but I will be doing an unboxing of that very soon. You'll see that. All right, 2 more things. I've got, well, actually 3 more things. I've got Zero Time Dilemma for the Vita. As I told you, I have been going crazy on the Vita stuff. This is a choose your own path type adventure game. I like to play these with my wife. This will be a useful game for the next thing I will show you after these games. Next I got, how do you pronounce this? Is it yes or yes? I've heard it both ways, or yees, something like that. But I've heard it both ways. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. I have played a lot of the games in this series. This one's pretty good. I played a little bit of it. It's not as great as I had hoped. There was one that came out for the PC a couple years back that was really great, but it is a solid game. So glad to have it in my collection. My Vita collection's growing, and I am going to be doing a video on my Vita collection very soon. All right, time for the last thing. The thing that I really want to play with, and it is this. This is a PlayStation TV. The PlayStation TV basically plays Vita games on your television. If you look at the back of it, it has an HDMI port, has a memory card capability, and it also, on the side here, can play Vita cartridges, which makes it pretty awesome in my opinion. It never did do very well, but it's gonna be great because I can record Vita games. I can record Vita games when I'm playing them, which I think is going to be fun, especially for when I'm doing live streams, which I don't do very often, but I'm trying to get more of those out the door when I've got free time. Finally, it did come with this controller. It was about $100 all told. Not the greatest deal in the world, but I think I did okay. All right, and that is it. That is all the haul I got. If there are any kind of videos you want to see, let me know, or anything in the collection you want to know more about, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs it up and subscribe for more, and I will see you in a couple days. Bye.